O'clock plans are still in progress to reopen the Keokuk Hospital as a 24/7 hospital to better serve the community.
The medical company Insight purchased the Keokuk Hospital from Blessing as of last year. Insight is hoping to establish a 24/7 emergency center with a lab and pharmacy. They'll also be updating systems and other services to keep Keokuk and its surrounding areas healthy. Organizers are hoping to give back to the community.
We have a lot to learn about rural health care, and we want to be very honest about that. So we're very open to hearing people's comments and concerns, their questions. We want to make this hospital just right for this tri-state region, and that can only happen through a collaboration. We come from out of town. We really want to have a close working relationship with this community.
Now, the hospital is set to open to the public after the minor reconstruction and then staffing for the fall of this year.